Hello everybody, and welcome to the third episode of Everyone's Here. Now, I've not uploaded a new installment in this series since January, but now, we finally have some new items to show off, being the Ertl paper face engines. Now, if Ertl had made some good decisions, these would not be the only ones here. There would also be Bill, Ben, Duck, Diesel, Trevor, and I'm pretty sure Harold. Now, technically these aren't all the paper face engines. Thomas, Henry, and James have a variant with a white running board, but these are all the red running board variants, so I still think it counts. So, Thomas was released in 1984, and then James and Henry followed in 1985. In 1987, they were updated to have the red running board and were joined by Percy. Then, in 1988, Birdie, Toby, Annie, and Kerbal were released, but Annie and Kerbal had decal faces, not paper faces. And then, in 1989, the range was included to include Edward and Gordon. Now, not all of these are here in presentable condition. Mainly Gordon and Henry. You'll see why not James in a bit. Let me start off by saying where I got all these engines, or vehicles in this case, and how much they all were. So, Thomas was around $15 after taxes on eBay. Edward, Gordon, and James were in a lot with another Edward that I sold to a friend for, I want to say 15 USD, something like that. Henry, I got in at a yard sale for 50 cents. I actually uploaded that video, I think. Flea Market Finds 2, I believe. 2 or 3. Percy, I got from Branchline Engines. Go subscribe to him, otherwise we will have issues. And Toby and Birdie, I got in an eBay listing. They were the last two I needed, so I figured, why not? After taxes, they're around 28. So, they were all from eBay, except for Henry. I also have another paper face engine here. A new in-box James, which I got for $18 at an antique store. So, not all of these are in presentable condition. Thomas is in pretty presentable condition. His front coupling is kind of messed up, but that's fine. Edward has a few scrapes, but overall he's in pretty presentable condition. He's in better condition than my first Edward. And now here we get to Henry. Overall he's in pretty good shape, but he is missing both of his back buffers, a tender axle, and one of his front buffers, but his paint is overall pretty good. And then we have Gordon. Gordon can't couple to anything because his couplings are messed up. His face is peeling inwards. He has no paint on his cab roof, and overall, his paint is very nicked up. If any of y'all have a paper face Gordon that you are willing to sell off for cheap that's in good shape, I will probably purchase it. James, the seller actually threw in for free. I'm pretty sure they still have this James listed on eBay, which is not very good. Yeah. Both of his couplings are bent, but they're still functional. He's like Henry, he's missing one of his tender axles. His face is ripped, and overall he's probably in second to worst condition. Henry's just missing his buffers. I could just get his tender axle from another Henry, but James and Gordon are in desperate need of a replacement. Now, here we get to Percy, and here's where things get back on track. Branchline bought this at an antique store, and it's in pretty good shape. Like, the only thing I'm seeing here is a few nicks, as well as a missing buffer sticker, but that's overall pretty fine. Toby, if we ignore his roof, he's in the best condition of all of these. But then we get to his roof, which is nicked up. It's still in pretty good shape, but it's also loose here. Like, my good friend Thomas Fan 36 has a Toby with no roof. And then Birdie, he's in better shape than my other Birdie. He has some nicks on his roof, but meh. But he has all of his tires. My first Birdie had his front 2 wheels missing. Then my second Birdie had his front 2 wheels, but the tires were missing. So I'm glad to have those. And I'm looking here. Birdie's face is tiny. His face is actually tiny, and it's concerning too. But yeah, so these were all the paper face engines. I'm trying to think what else I did. These guys were discontinued in 1990, and they were replaced with the metal face variants, or the plastic faces. Yeah, which, you know, it's decent. I prefer the paper faces. I like the look of them more, but in terms of quality, the plastic face engines are much better. People make these things out to be extremely rare, but I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I don't agree with that. The first one of these I got was like the new Box James in like July, okay, and it's October, right? And even then, if we're talking about the engines themselves, the first one I got was Henry in early September, and now it's the end of October, and I have all of them, okay? So, here's another thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start ranking all the ranges I have looked at in this series, from worst to best. Worst, probably these guys. They're still extremely good, but, most of the time you see them, they're not in the best shape. Number 2 would be the Hip Toys RC engines. They're very nostalgic. And number 1 is the flip face engines, because, they're just better like that. Anyways, I will see you all in the next video. Thank you all for watching, and tomorrow, I will be on an airplane. No videos tomorrow. There will be a video that takes place on Friday, but, it won't come out Friday. And I'll probably try to do an update video on Saturday or something. Yes, also, on Sunday I'm going to a, toy show, so I might find some stuff there. I don't know. But anyways, thank you all for watching. See you all next time, and, yeah, peace out.